months in a row with that $4.99 sub. Thank you for supporting Speed Gaming. Heart in the house. Both runners starting in the same location. The sign is mightier than the bush, apparently, and the tree has $1. Uncle's area is going to be a big 70, so no progression yet, but that is bomb funds.
Nothing but a compass in Sanctuary.
And Mentos is going a different route. Perhaps setting up a Houlihan? No! Oh, the infrequently used bomb shop on the lake. Interesting. Oh, nice. The Hoarder has bombs too, so no need to worry about those today.
We've got our first route divergence with mentosman's going down to check the dam first.
Early South Shore could pay off. Let's see what the Lumberjack Cave has today. Aero capacity upgrade, yeah, they're not concerned about that. And gloves? And the sunken treasure, a big key for Eastern Palace. Okay.
All right.
Nice rod in the woods. Sydarial heading down into the village while Mentosman bombs the mini mold worm cave, and we'll see how New Hype Cave is today. $300, piece of heart, small key to pod. That's one of 6. Some bombs and $20. It's a pod key, so hype 2 out of 10.
Yeah, you can't go wrong there.
What are those? Moon Pearl. T-Rocky. Oh, blinds lit today.
Yeah, so far between our two runners, we're just missing Hammer for that Dark World access.
Quite true. Also, with that Moon Pearl, if we don't find some flippers, somebody could fake flipper and route in the waterfall with it.
Very true.
First medallion in the back of the well. Bottle vendor with the big
Hey.
key to Ganon's tower. So no guessing game today. That's a relief.
Yeah, that's great to pick up early. 100 rupees for the key to end the game. Come on. We got Swamp Palace over down in the back of Escape.
And John Cena decided to play chicken since his cape of invisibility is over there. So the only really annoying item of my big three that is still left is the Swamp Palace small key. Interesting. That kind of find less than 6 minutes into the race. Race game might be key to our runners. But there is one thing that worries me about the items collected so far. We do not have a sword.
That's true. We don't really have any viable weapons except for maybe the Ice Rod.
Ice Rod strats, freeze one enemy, throw them into the other,
Oh, I hope so.
and probably just bomb the last one is my guess. It's pretty much the only strat available. So with mentosman's early divergence, we pretty much are in each runner tracing each other's previous steps. The only big Sphere Zero location I could think of is Agnes Cave at this point.
Yeah, that maybe Sarashala's bombed wall in the back.
Yep, could always visit Salad Shooter. We did get an Eastern Palace big key, so that is kind of tempting.
Yeah, that and 5 chests next door in Eastern Palace to check. It's not too bad of a compensation.
Yep, can pretty much do all but boss clear at this point. Chat commenting about the sprites. I think Sydarial is using the Santa's link and Mentos going with some kind of wireframe. I'm not too familiar with the sprite names.
I believe so. I'm a big fan of that mentosman wire sprite there.
Yeah, it really makes Link's shadow more visible, which is very handy if you have to do an Ice Palace bomb jump.
And Sydarial is going to try to get 2 Ice Rod Cave with half a heart remaining. It's very, very dangerous.
Yeah, I think he had a run-in with one of those nasty crabs.
And that's something you don't want to have.
No, crab's not fun. Using a rock as a weapon, I like it. Also, not going to be seeing much of the library there, just a big 50.
Which is not bad. It's a quick $50 if they want to use that to go to Zora.
So Sydarial just needs 12 bucks, then he has Zora funds. Fake flipper? I mean, it's out of the logic, but you might get paid. Oh, with the boots, we got Bonk Rocks available. Just a big 20 and he can go pay the big fish. Alright, so mentosman is deciding to go east. We'll see what the attic of Salad Shooter's room has. I'll also find out perhaps where our green pendant can be found today. Thieves Town.
There's nothing but love back there in Sasha's cave.
Yep, Sasha's Love Shack. And finally approaching the 12-minute mark, we have convergence of our runners' routes. We have seen a Swamp Palace Big Key chat. You are correct in noticing that. First chest Eastern, just another piece of love. A little annoying routing into this first map room, normally where the map is, without the hook shot, since you now have to go the long way around.
Yeah, and with no weapons, you can't even swat those Stalthus away.
Big 20 there. Looks like they're definitely going to be using pot strats in that room.
Now approaching big chest of Eastern Palace, we'll be able to check that out. We've got our lifts. So it looks like following this clear Eastern, we'll be sliding our way into the Dark World. Oh, and mentosman taking a death before he can get to that last chest. He's gonna just get right out of there and go check out Dark World.
Yeah, not so much worth it at this point.
Yeah, it's whatever it is. It's blocked by lamps, so it may or may not be important. But he's got more things to do.
But boots, mitts, that's King's Tomb.
Oh, and our first sword.
With a sword, nice. Just goes to show you don't need to break the logic. Trust the logic, except when it comes to the pod soft lock. curious to see how Sydarial handles this room. Oh, nice.
Good recovery for that small key to Ganon's tower. Oh.
Decides, nah, the big chest is not worth it. But if you went that far, honestly, I would take it.
Yeah, and Sydarial's skipping the King's Tomb, so he's going to go in a dark world with very little, with absolutely no way to defend himself.
As Mentos starts the Skullwood search. First chest, big key for Hera. That's nice. So Daryl's gonna try doing it without a sword. Oh boy.
Oh, this is going to be tough. And the bow!
Nice. They might be heading back to Eastern now.
Yeah, he can absolutely finish it now.
I am glad to see the bow somewhat early in a race for once. I mean, that thing's been on Laser Bridge. It's been locked by a late cape. It's just not been a fun item to find lately.
Yeah, bow is one of the toughest items that Death trolled. Oh, Sydarial thinking of death there, but he is inside Skullwoods, so he won't be going too far.
That is true. Well, now he's not in Skullwoods. Said, okay, I've had enough of this.
Yeah, he got his bow, so he's going to go up and check Bumper Cave. Mentosman taking the Death Warp to just get out of here quicker.
Bumper Cave just has a burrito.
Sydarial getting tripped up on that troll bush.
The seed trolls you enough. A bush has to troll too? It's just harsh.
Or maybe it's the bumper bush next to Bumper Cave. Because I always seem to hit the bonk on that too.
Just bomb upgrade today from the chest game. Nothing major there. And it looks like we're going to see a Thieves' Town first for. As Mentosman starting with the C-shaped house.
Getting the C-shaped burrito.
Hyrule Castle map, probably the least useful one in the entire game. Big 20 from that house and nothing major. And there's your first bunny sprite appearance of the day. Man, it's like the Dark World Village just got entirely robbed of value.
Yeah, there's usually at least you can count on one thing, but not today.
Well, maybe the digging game will have something, because our runners could definitely route that in going through the south shore of Dark World.
Absolutely, and they could pick up, if they wanted to, the smithy. Or the chest.
Jeremiah could get the world tour.
Well, not the chest, but smithy.
But here's a fun fact. If you have him in tow, you are not playing a digging game.
Yeah, you'd have to go back up, which thankfully they can do. What if digging game was Master Sword? Is that still a Master Shovel?
Good question. 25 digs for a small key to Tower of Hera. I just think it would be the most funny to dig up the shovel in that game, personally. Chat, I'm just a fan of those out-of-the-way locations having value. It's the reason I am so hype about the shovel is it has only one purpose, and that is to hide one item. So it often just becomes that thing that is so out of the way that just nags you in the back of your mind.
Yeah, that's true. And the odds of that one location out of the 200. Oh, we got hookshot on Stumpy. Whoa. All right. The odds of that one thing being behind the shovel is just so astronomical that it's great when it comes out.
That, if it's on the pedestal, you still don't know if you have a pedestal seed.
That's true.
It's great because you get hyped about the pedestal, you see a shovel, it's like, we still don't know, and the hype is still there.
It's like our 5 and 6 crystals are in the DP dungeon, so desert and dark.
What everybody else calls Hype Cave, I call the Cave of Questionable Value, and I would give that a 5 out of 10. We had an Ether and the Cane of Daniel Bryan.
And the Bugnet.
Oh yeah, the dude out front had Swagnet, so I'll elevate that to a 6 out of 10, because Swagnet, come on. What I would love to see at this point is either a flute or a lamp, because with that hook shot and mitts, Dark Mountain, and as well as both the east side of Death Mountain in general, could be great for efficient item clearing.
Yeah,
like
there's a whole
20 chests in total or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Plus the knowledge of Turtle Rock Medallion.
And with Hera Big Key, could get a crystal up there potentially. Although we still don't know what Tower of Hera has in store.
That's true. Sydarial would have to hope he picks up a sword somewhere in order to make that trip up worth it to get that Tower of Hera crystal.
Just gotta go find the king's buried treasure. Do a little grave robbing, nothing major. But instead, Sid is deciding to take a little lunch break. And mentosman going up the dark way into the mountain. Gotta give him props for trying this one. Major sequence break incoming. And Sid's going to visit Agana. Mentosman successfully navigating the dark. The old man has a lot of love. So does Agana. Actually, I think that was a Sankheart.
Yeah, I think so.
Inside Spectral Rock, we just have a compass, but there's a key on top. Mentosman going Dark World, realizing, oh wait, I don't have a mirror. I can't get that. So much for that. Reset to Gary and try the east way up the mountain. Sid saying, nah, I'm just gonna try escape. Bow strats.
Yeah, escape, not a bad play.
Find another key to open a pod bay door. Mentosman heading towards the Paradox Cave, my personal hype cave. I think Gary's the man on the mountain. The guy in the desert is Ganon. And by God, Paradox Cave has came! Small key to Ganon's tower, a red boomerang, and validation inside that big 5 chest room of the Paradox Cave. So, not so hype. And the things in Zelda's chest, just a 20.
Yeah, picking up that big key to Zelda's cell, leading to nothing. That's right, Mentosman can't access Tower of Hera without that hammer, so he's going to go circle around Spiral Cave, and then most likely dip into Dark World and get his Super Bunny Cave check. And Sydarial's over there, going to go check that first chest over in Agonon's Tower.
You're in the area, might as well. It's convenient. It's just a piece of hardware.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing to do if you're there. It adds a little bit more value to your dip and escape, but
Spiral Cave with a Master Sword, though. That's nice to find. And I think I know what Sid's going to grab. No rage slashes. Super Bunny Cave, just like your birthday when you were younger. A lot of love, a lot of money.
And we got Quake over on Turtle Rock.
And Sid's stumbling up through the Dark Mountain.
Yeah, with the sword using. Oh, we got a quick map check. I saw a blue pendant on ice and a crystal on swamp.
Oh, mirror in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, so that lamp must be somewhere they can access.
And finally, at a half hour, we have our first bottle, so Sick Kid can be checked, though that's way out of the way.
Yeah, though with mirror,
Mentos-
not too bad of a check.
Yeah, Mentos said no. I was like, wait, I have a mirror. I could check the island.
Although I believe the island was just arrows.
Good eye. Yeah, 10 arrows. But Sid is right on Mentosman's heels.
And now he can get to Terra via way of...
no!
Lionel! Why?
Lionel to the face. Not the best way to go.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard dancing on the ceiling when you're dead.
But I think he's going to try it again.
Yeah, he can just go up the front way. That's a lot easier than dealing with Lionel.
Now that you have a mirror handy, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. You can duck those Lionels all night long.
But here's the important question. According to the logic, where should they have gone? I mean, they found so
That's
much
a great
from
question.
this mountain bit. What was the logic saying?
Yeah, the logic was pointing them maybe in the front, perhaps on Pyramid? No, couldn't get there. Maybe Zora?
Yeah, the Lung Zora walk could be a thing. They both got the money for it, but it's just not convenient. And there's another bottle inside of Tower of Hera basement.
Mentosman saying, who needs safety?
I got one of those green goos. And
There's the
stop,
hammer.
that's hammer time.
Yeah, so that lamp is the key to progression. But thankfully, both our runners are expert dark room runners, at very least the easy one being the Death Mountain entrance, so they're able to just skip ahead.
Tweeted over in chat, Armos rights are not in the logic because, of course, they're blocked by a dark room. Yeah, we are in total sequence break city right now.
Sydarial must be feeling pretty good though. He picked up his first sword about 5-6 minutes ago. Now he's got Master Sword, so that quick upgrade always feels good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sometimes a good idea there. Mentosman getting his fall out of the way before Trolldorm. Three clean Master Sword spins and no Moldworm fallen today. Tower of Hera is indeed a crystal today.
Mentosman, I think he's gonna go open up Turtle Rock. He's going inside. He's gonna go make an early Turtle Rock check. I love this.
Early rock. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. 2 keys. That's potential. Sid getting his for second bottle. Yeah. Mentos in my second least favorite room in the game.
Oh, making it look easy.
Chomps decided to behave. That's a rarity. And I predict he is going to be a dirty, rotten key thief. Mini Moldworm, what are you doing? Oh, that was cute, that little wireframe bunny on Mentos' side. Takes his key, runs away. We're going to be seeing a mech cave and a laser bridge.
Oh,
Oh no!
Turtle Rock, Turtle roll all the way back to the entrance.
It's called Turtle Rock. You should come in with some defense, but none of that this time with this gamble.
It'd be very interesting now that Sydarial's wrapped up Tower of Hera where he decides to go. He may not want to follow into Turtle Rock. So this could, if nothing turns up in Turtle Rock, this could be a good move.
Alright, Sid, where are you going? Back to Dark World. Oh, Lionel's not in the face, because invincibility frames are awesome. Checks the rock, see it's available. Oh! I think this whole Turtle Rock routine is the biggest gamble I've seen anybody ever take, and they're both go. Oh no!
Oh, Mentos taking a second death.
Save and quit. I think Mentos has no more of this mess. He's gonna try something else.
And you know, I was just thinking that perhaps the progression item wasn't lamp, but it could be flute. If Zora has flute, then you've opened up Desert Palace and Mire as possibilities.
Also true, but how trolly would it be having Fire Rod buried inside of Turtle Rock? And that's what you need to take on Trinex.
Oh, that would be very trolly.
Usually it's the Ice Rod, but since that Ice Rod was already found, it could be totally subverted here.
Alright, Mentos Man back into Village of Outcasts, gonna check those hammer pegs. Should be easily not a problem with our little item dash move here. It's a great way to take care of all these pegs super quick.
Ooh, big key.
Ooh, Desert Palace, big key.
That's necessary to defeat a boss to get a 5-6 crystal. Sid's like, chops? Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, Sydarial's not going to give it another try. He can go back later.
Cave known by the number 45. Small key to swamp!
Okay.
All the troll items have been found.
Let's wrap that one in. Sydarial's going to give us most likely our first look into pod.
And we've got mirror, we just don't have flips, otherwise swamp could be full clearable. Dipping pod. How many keys do they have for pod currently? Just one or two? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, Sydarial's got 2. mentosman only has 1.
Like what the thief of the desert said, someone, I'll give you such a pinch! Oh, interesting point raised by the chat earlier. What if Zora is vanilla?
Ooh. Could be. Could be. Sydarial with 2 keys and also hammer and bow gives him a lot more chests he can check.
Hammer, bow. If you can hammer yump, that means you only need 4 small keys to clear pod. I saw a small key to... I didn't see what mentosman's text box finished with. Small key to something.
If his tracker is accurate, I'm going to say it was most likely a key to Dark Palace. Alright, let's see what Catfish got for us today.
Small key.
To Dark Palace.
Nice. And he's going to warp to Light World, go pay King Zora. Let's see what it is. Flippers block literacy today.
Interesting. Very interesting. Mentosman's so used to going around with early flippers, he has to go the vanilla route to Zora. And there's a lamp on Zora. We are back in logic.
$500 for a lamp that apparently works underwater. Is that a fire rod for Sid? Where is he? Oh, that bottom area pod. Okay.
That was a fire rod. Oh boy.
And now we are full of options everywhere. Mentos going to do the full clear for Eastern first, while Sid keeps opening more of the pod bay doors. Well, the big key chest is a bust. A little bit more love, and Sid has done all he can with pod.
Yeah, so right now, pod's valuable for the fire rod.
A little bit of light world warp, and he's right behind Mentos going through the rest of Eastern. And this is where getting that big key chest open earlier will save a lot of time. Mentos is going to have to go through that whole circuit to get it. So the weird thing here, logic says T-Rock full clear is now a possibility.
That is true. That is true. We're still missing the big key and maybe a couple small keys for Turtle Rock, but
Big key, right?
It's
Yeah.
within
Item-wise, it's in the logic.
Absolutely. Yeah, with that lamp in Zora, they are mentosman at least is back in logic. Sydarial, very curious to see where his dark room strats are, especially with some of the harder ones. Though with that fire rod, not too bad. Some of the rooms luckily come with torches.
Yep, that'll help definitely with fire rod available. I gotta say, it is weird seeing our runners with bow but no silvers. Usually we end up fighting silvers before the bow. Happened the other way around today.
Somebody call the police. We've got some synchronicity going.
Synchronicity 1 or Synchronicity 2? I love both songs.
Exactly, yeah. Look at that.
Oh,
wonderful.
That is amazing sync! Wow! Someone clip that.
And also to be noted, Eastern is a crystal.
Yeah, it's scary to think that the lead could possibly switch on who takes longer with the auto refill after picking up the crystal. They are that close. Back to Divergence we go.
Yeah, Sydarial's got that. He's gonna go check. Gonna take care of Mr. Moth.
I always prefer killing Moth with bees, but I think he'll be just fine.
And another map check on mentosman. Meyer is also a crystal.
gotta admit, your eyes are better than mine this morning. I did not look at that in time.
3 shots of espresso.
That'll do it. That'll definitely do it.
Oh, and good thing to note, Sydarial's, he's got mirror, so he could make a... Oh, no, he doesn't have book, so he can't do a ped check. Yeah, getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, book is locked by flips.
Flips on pedestal.
That could be. Could also put a fetch quest item of that pedestal that leads to flips.
Oh, although Ice Palace is... Oh, that's right, Ice Palace is a pendant, so throw that one out the window.
Oh.
Yeah, so the Sydarial screen is going to be interesting, because once we find out what Mopula is holding, we'll know then what Turtle Rock has and whether or not they're going to have to go back and finish it.
I'm hoping for a pendant. Nobody likes an optional Turtle Rock.
Yeah, nothing worse than doing the Turtle Rock dive only to realize you didn't have to do the Turtle Rock dive.
Or maybe Turtle Rock is pendant, but Trinex is holding progression. Because that's happened before.
Oh god, yes. Trinex loves carrying those things.
I mean, he could have silvers. He could have the flippers. Oh god.
Flippers on Trinex.
PTG book on Ped. No, not book on Zora Ledge.
Alright, Sydarial exhausting all his fire rod, gonna go for the kill with a Master Sword. Very well done.
It's super effective. For a small key too. GT.
Ah, but more importantly, a crystal. So, Turtle Rock is a pendant.
Uh-oh. So let's recap our dungeon status here. Crystals are Eastern, which both runners have cleared. Desert, which is blocked currently. Hera, they've both cleared. Pod, we're still in a key hunt for. Swamp is flipper locked. Woods, one runner's cleared. Mentos could clear once he discovers in Pod that there is a fire rod. He'll pull that shortly, I'm sure. Meyer is locked because no flute, and yeah.
And we did just have a big key pop out of Skullwoods in its vanilla, in the back there.
Vanilla Skullwood's big... Ugh, the seed. This freaking seed.
So I think what we're still looking for is we're looking for flute or flippers. Flippers will take us to Book, which will then take us to Desert Palace. Flippers.
Water toes!
Okay. Well, Flippers to Book to Desert, though Sydarial does not have the big key to Desert Palace. That was in the hammer pegs, so he can pick it up. He just needs to know that there's actually something of value there today.
That'll become a clip later. Okay, what are really his flippers? They're there. Locked behind a vanilla big key. Gah.
That's precious.
So Sid is going to see what our friend the hobo is having that's got him hiding under a bridge.
Yeah, and he's also probably going to take this opportunity to grab Lamp from Zora with all his cash.
Do that whole catfish Zora thing. Very efficient route. He's just camping out. He's got some love. Magic Jade, I like how you think. Flute on laser bridge.
Oh. Don't you dare.
What I would love to see is an armor upgrade. We are due. We're almost an hour in. With that lamp, Mentos in the back of Escape getting the dark chest. Water Toes were in the Skull Woods big chest, and that big key was vanilla. GT Flute Hype is dead because of the fact that Myra is a crystal. Oh, and Sid will be able to pick up his book.
Yeah, Sid's catching up quick there, getting the lamp, and now going to get his book.
Could Desert be the key to unlocking the rest of the seed? The flute could be there.
It very well could be. He just needs to go back to Hammer Pegs and grab the big key. Though he doesn't know it's there, we only know because mentosman picked it up earlier.
That's the joy of being in the commentator seat. You know everything.
Oh, and it's such a comfy seat.
Oh yeah, it is definitely a comfy chair. But yeah, Sid is going to the desert. Whole lot of love on the ledge today. Mentos better with the ice rod strats. Love it. Yes, Lord of Nothing. The commentator chair is the comfy chair. Uh-oh, that's a fetch quest for Sid. Another thing that I would love to see is one dungeon having the mushroom, the powder, and the shovel. So just all the fetch quests right at once. You're like, oh.
Yeah, and Sydarial he checked the torch, just a compass. He checked the back, got a mushroom, and got his desert ledge. That's all he can do with no big key and no small key.
And he's going to the mountain. Now, he's got to keep in mind he's got that mushroom. I would have gone to Witch and gotten that out of the way, because if you forget to turn in that mushroom, that item could be badgering you the rest of your race.
That's true. Maybe he's going up to check Spike Cave. That tends to be a little bit trolly too sometimes.
Yeah, it's all about those one item that's out of the way. It could be. Ooh, he's going to get the key on the top of Spectacle Rock since he has that mirror. I think mentosman already picked this up, though.
Small key.
Oh, T-Rock.
Oh, no.
Is he going to go back? No, he's going to check Ether.
Tablet check, I like it. Turtle Rock.
Another team.
Okay, so we're
Breadcrumbs.
laser bridge hype.
Sick Kid has not been checked. That is correct. We had some late bottles over on the Hookshot Cave. So, Sydarial's gonna take a coffee break. Looks like.
And while Sydarial takes his coffee break and we're crossing the 1 hour, 1 minute mark here, just a reminder, this is Keysanity Tournament of Link to the Past Randomizer. Keysanity mode differs from standard and open mode in such that big keys, small keys, compasses, maps, all in the pool of items that they can find. So they have to go all over Hyrule to find the correct chain of items they need to complete the game.
And with that, also, our tournament is structured so we have 5 rounds of Swiss-style competition. That means the first round was pretty much people were just paired willy-nilly. Second round, people with identical records are paired against each other, and likewise all the way through round 5. This should, if my math was correct, give us 7 5-0 finishers. Another Turtle Rock item in Tower Hair. I'm just going to ignore that one. And there'll be an 8th person pulled somehow from a tiebreaker that is 4-1. Feel free, of course, if there are people around that can correct me if I'm wrong here. And those 8 will go into single elimination bracket style to figure out who our champion of the tournament is.
Oh, mentosman getting trolled by Mob, taking a death there.
Sid giving us a nice map confirmation of what we already know. And he's going with the T-Rock breadcrumbs. Oh boy.
T-Rock pendant dive. All right. So he's got fire out this time, so he can make these 2 right side checks.
Yep, that puts another 2 items into findability. I'm really hoping Trinex does something big today.
Yeah, that would be very interesting if Trinex held something. Perhaps we get a progression item in Turtle Rock that leads us out.
Ooh, small key to Thieves Town. Wait, Sid, what are you? Oh, you're just resetting. Okay. I thought I was going to give up. Here's another out there option. Trinex as Bombos. Bombos is needed to open Mire. And the flute is buried, maybe hiding on Blind.
Oh, interesting, interesting.
All dungeons hype?
It's seeming that way. There's no Turtle Rock big key, so that could be behind someone.
But also, with those flippers, Sid has access to Ice Palace, which version 28 has been very nice with the Palace of Ice.
Yeah, that is true. They could go into ice. No big key for Ice Palaces is just tough because you leave that one chest.
You just gotta bomb jump it.
Well, if you don't have the big
these
key,
runners
then...
have no regard for logic whatsoever with all their dark rooms earlier.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's sometimes the issue when you do too many sequence breaks in the dark room. Then you can get confused on where you need to go and what's the order that the logic is telling you. Got a Mimic Cave check.
Just bombs. And Medtos gets the flippers, so his run will soon be going rather swimmingly.
The fresh maker.
Sorry,
Sydarial.
T-Rex. Just you're coming later.
Yeah, no big keys, so Sydarial can't progress any further.
Oh, yeah, no laser bridge hype. We're gonna. Oh no.
We're gonna get
chest.
vanilla big key chest.
Sir, are you predicting a vanilla, like complete vanilla, big key here?
Oh, the hype is strong.
Is this a T-Rock big key? No, it's a small key too. Meyer.
Oof.
Hooray! It's useless. Troll Rock, living up to the name. Yep, Sid's going Dark Escape. Okay. Waterfall of Vampire Skewers cleared there. And just a regular boomerang. So disappointing. So disappointing. We're still looking for progression, and another ironic thing we have not found yet. No shields. And likewise, chat pointing out nobody has also checked, with a book available now, a pedestal. So Tim, what do you think is going to be the highest potential for troll left in this seed? I think the trolliest option would be putting my favorite shovel on the pedestal and having a completely vanilla flute. No worries. Tim apparently stepped away from it. So we're going to see a Bombos tablet check as Sid clears both tablets with that book. Come on, we need some progression here. It's a small key. T-Rock! So while you're away for a second there, I was thinking, what could be the most trolly thing possible? Put a shovel on the pedestal. Put flute completely vanilla.
Yes, yes, put that shovel on pedestal. Ice Palace, let's say Ice Palace maybe leads to what? Turtle Rock Big Key leads to Trinex, to Thieves Town Big Key, to Pedestal Shovel, to Flute.
Sid also hasn't turned in that mushroom. It could just be as simple as that. As, oh, we got some Swamp Palace. Now, how much value do you put on left side of Swamp? Because it is such a time sink, but it could be so essential.
Yeah, and Keysanity, you have to check it. If you're still looking for more than one item, you've got to look left side.
Sid, where are you going? Looked like he was going Swamp, but no, he's going to Cave 45.
Yeah, he didn't have that key to get in. But he's going to pick it up here.
Warning, incoming Rage Slashes potential. No, okay. He's like,
Yeah.
all right, okay, I can dig this.
Sid, very cool and calm player.
Only downside of that routing, of course, now he's got to drain the water again, I think. Yep.
Yeah.
Big Kita Meyer in the swamp big chest.
Oh, baby. All right, we're on flute look out.
So those of you who are new to the randomizer, if you come into Swamp Palace with the hookshot, as both our runners did, you have a chance to do something called Drown the Key.
Oh, Mentos, man. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mentos?
Don't,
Oh, okay.
Mentos almost did it!
Yeah, just as you were explaining it.
Yeah, it's like, don't pull that lever until you go into the water and you get the key inside that pot. Once you do, then throw the water and you're fine. Because if you drown that key, not only do you have to leave the palace, you have to leave the screen, reset the water, and do it all again. So, note to self, I'm going to ask Mentos Man in the interview. So, were you just setting up an explanation of drowning the key, or did you almost actually drown the key?
Gotta say, I'm seeing a lot of fairies coming out of enemies, so there's a good prize pack that these runners have lucked themselves into.
Oh yeah, the safeties are not necessarily in the items, but in the enemy. In the enemy drops.
Let's see if the left side pays off. So far, nope with the compass to Skull Woods, but let's see what's in the second chest. A harpies.
And left side of swamp, a complete bust. And as a reminder, chat did not forget, sick kid is still sick.
That's right, our favorite B-boy is still carrying one item that neither the runner has checked.
Nor has Sydarial turned in that mushroom. So these little things are just nagging at us, like, oh, there's this one thing, it's right there, you can just grab it. But now they're going dungeon instead.
Yeah, they still have a healthy. They can finish out Swamp. We got another key to the Dark Palace. And then we could see a dive into the Ice Palace. That's clearable, except for the big chest.
Drain Room definitely proving worth a visit once again. And there's a flute. Flute! Oh, Swamp Palace. It was almost on Argus. Just one item away.
Oh, we got. Oh, yeah. So that's going to be a nice soggy flute. Mentos Man, so far, he can go. He can do. He can finish out Meyer. He can finish out Desert Palace. Then he's just looking for the key to the big key to pod, and he's done.
So we are potentially item go mode. We do not know which of the medallions is necessary for Meyer.
This is true. We could still get one last minute troll there. We haven't had a check over yet, obviously, because they just picked up flute.
Argus just had bombs, but more importantly, a crystal. So mentosman gonna get this Bombos tablet out of the way. Then I presume he will head to Kakariko, and we will soon be all rising for our national anthem. Now he's also gonna get an Agony Heart.
Yeah, while you're here.
Oh, does he have his book? Yes, he does. Oh, he's probably just going to do desert while he's over here. Activate the swag duck later.
Yeah, activate the swag duck and then he can come back. Get Meyer and desert together.
Yep, the band is warming up.
And the band is on the field.
And you may be momentarily seated until all rising once again.
Yeah, we are rocking Sydarial's audio right now, so he should be activating his flute pretty soon.
And no, the JTN does not sing. Meyer should a complete bust. He'll probably go to check checkerboard next. Hit check checkerboard. So what does Meyer need? Oh, ether. Where item go? The mushroom may never be tuned in after all. So, ladies and gentlemen, all rise for our national anthem. You may now be seated. And I missed it too. Where was that Desert Big Key?
Desert Big Key was on the hammer pegs. Sydarial just activated his flute, so the goose is loose, but for our friends in Minnesota, the gray duck is loose.
Gray duck? I don't get that one. I'm in Florida.
In Minnesota, instead of playing Duck Duck Goose, they play Duck Duck Gray Duck.
Huh. You learn something new every randomizer. Sometimes it comes from the seed, sometimes
big key on that mushroom.
That is definitely a badgering item right there. I'm going to note that one for later.
Excuse me, that's awesome.
So now the question is, do you go into T-Rock for a third time?
Tempered Sword and Meyer.
That's handy.
Gosh, at this point, I mean, they're really just looking for House of Darkness Big Key. So we're going to be on the lookout for that, as that will take us into Go mode proper. At least for mentosman, Sydarial is still missing the Desert Palace Big Key, which is in hammer pegs, so he needs to go back there.
I'm disappointed by the seed, man. It's been so much poking into Turtle Rock, nobody's even thought about Ice Palace. It's like not even coming to the runner's mind.
Yeah, and no need for it at this point. I mean, nothing's pointed them there, though. It could have been early play, but so far, getting everything they need up to this point.
Blue mail from the Misery Mire compass chest. And chat pointing out, sick kid. They're just saying, you know, sick kid. And it's been so long. Where was that mushroom even found? I can't remember.
Wow.
Chat, help!
Oh, that's right. Desert Palace, right at the top there.
Desert, okay. Which that explains why Mentos doesn't have it. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll have it shortly though, because he's gonna warp into desert after this.
Yeah, definitely a good combo running these two dungeons together. For those like me who are a fan of the trolley location, would it be nice if Vinny decided to drop a castle tower key?
Ooh, that would be tough.
And then maybe give Salad Shooter the other one after turning in the family heirloom. There is still a lot of troll possibility out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Though the game has pretty much blocked them out of Thieves Town,
and still no silvers.
Yeah, and not even a small key to Ice Palace. Just completely hushed on that side of the map.
Oh, sorry. Mentos actually has one small key.
Oh, he does.
But no big key. So Ice Palace ain't even in the logic. That's probably why everybody's avoiding it. So both runners are now equipped with the power of bacon. Oh yeah, that's the small key to Ice Palace in Mire.
Oh,
That could just be an erroneous breadcrumb. More like a stale crouton. But Mentos Man on the giant eyeballs, bacon spins, proving to be rather effective.
and lucky 7 shots into Vidi. Let's see what he's got. Just a piece of heart, but another crystal to add to the collection.
So Mentos probably gonna head Desert Palace next.
Yeah, he's got the big key, so he can check the big chest. He'll grab the mushroom.
Sid'll do that as well. hopefully Mentos will actually turn in the mushroom instead of wait a half an hour.
Yeah, Sid still has to go to Hammerpegs to grab the big key to Desert Palace, so he's probably going to warp out and hopefully check Hammerpegs, though he may be tempted by Ice Palace.
Another item location I believe everybody has available that has not checked is the cave north of the graveyard.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think we've seen a check since they picked up Mirror.
So a lot of one-offs available still. As we approach the hour-and-a-half mark, you are watching the Link to the Past Keysanity tournament, and some of the odd things about Keysanity. If you have the compass for a dungeon, you'll see over on Mentos' side a little fraction there that tells you how many of the various items you have found in that dungeon. As he picks up the mushrooms, like, aha! If you pick the map up, you'll see on your map what actually is found in that dungeon. So there's a pendant crystal, etc. Mentos will soon be fighting a Landmo 1 while Sid just finishes off Vidi. Where's he gonna go?
Oh, is he taking that Turtle Rock key? Big key?
Probably gonna do T-Rock.
Oh boy.
And Mr. Mystery, yes, the mushroom was a T-Rock big key.
Mentos Man finishing up Land Molus. Uh-oh.
Landmo's having a big key. Ice! Nice!
Ice is nice.
So the pendant dungeons be trolling. I love it.
Now I guess we'd hope for Thieves Town Big Key on Cold Stare. That's going to be very interesting. Let's see what Mentos Man does here.
Just turn it in the mushroom. Good call.
He's doing it.
Not getting badgered by it like Sid was.
Yeah, so Sydarial is going to be going for his third dip into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, Sid is going to be sending his third attempt at T-Rock. Oh, Solgnir, that is a good thing to see. Also, silver arrows on the pedestal. We have not had a ped check yet. Interesting. Also, with the cane available, both for owners
finally going to get a sick kid check.
No fake powder, but sick kid. Come on, come on. Bombo. Useful, not necessary, but useful.
We got Divergence here. Mentos Man taking that cue to go to Ice Palace. Okay. Alright, so now we're in full-on gamble mode here. Sydarial's trying to Turtle Rock. Mentos Man is going to try his luck at Ice Palace, and someone's going to be right.
Mentos go went IP. And now you have a song with a stolen bassline stuck in your head. You're welcome. Yeah, the flippers were in the Skullwood's big chest, which was locked by a big key inside of Swamp itself. is normally where you find the compass in the Pen Getter room. Instead, it's a map to Thieves Town. Poor Sid. If this doesn't pay out 3 times in a T-Rock for nothing, your heart's got to feel for him.
Yeah.
Just $1
Ooh.
for the big chest. Not boding well.
Yeah, though it's yet to see. We'll see how it plays out. That's the joy of Keysanity.
Pod key. Okay. T-Rock actually pays out a little bit here. The pod key race is now currently 4-5 in Mentos' favor. 5 is a full clear as long as you don't open the front door because we have bow and hammer. 4 is good to do it if you can hammer yump. I get that laser bridge hype going because here we are. Fall, love, fall, powder.
Powder.
Oh, and a nice fill up.
Good timing for that one.
Fall. Using the cave of Daniel Bryan for the big 20th. Makes me wonder why I didn't use it earlier. And Mentos trying to bomb jump. Oh, why?
Yeah. He's off by a pixel there, but he should have. Oh, it's very, very particular.
Chat. Just tell him how to set it up. I mean, Willard J. Bradley gave us the instructions a couple weeks ago, right? Mentos clears it finally. Sid going to face Trinex. He's going to take out the Firehead first. Interesting.
Yeah, and with that tempered sword, that's not a problem. Two lunges there by the Trinex main head.
Nothing good from Ice Palace so far. Sid finishing up the Trinex fight. What do we get? The big key!
Boy.
The pod!
Oh boy.
Trinex pendant required.
So that triple dip paying off for Sydarial.
And there's the rage slashes. Yep.
Yeah, okay. All right. So he's gonna go most likely finish out. Yeah, he had 4 total small keys, so he can finish it out.
Yeah, he'll hammer yump to do it and just not open the front door. That'll definitely do the job. But he doesn't have that desert big key yet from the hammer pegs. Mentos going through doors the wrong way. So dirty, so dirty.
Yeah, and a good point. We are in official no mode.
Yep, no mode achieved, but not go mode for either of our runners just yet, though they're really close.
Yeah, still missing items and keys on both sides. Or just keys mostly.
Actually, here's a question. They don't have silvers, so do you actually call this go mode? Because the logic does require silver arrows.
Very, very good point. I mean, I'm confident both these runners know how to do silverless strats, so I mean, it's in all intents and purposes go mode. A silverless go mode.
This is like the equivalent of, well, once they get go mode, it's like the equivalent of a NASCAR race where you're starting on a caution flag. It's like, you can go, but you gotta be careful. Mentosman releases cold stare, gets the nice corner trap, beautiful start. Interesting that he decided to use Fire Rod to open up the ice and not bombs. Finishes it up nicely for a bomb upgrade. Harmless Hellway earlier, just a big 50 for Sid. Setting up the Yump. A little accuracy check moment for our tracker over on Sid's side with all this pausing.
Yeah, didn't get the bomb placement there. He's going to reset it. It is a very tricky move to learn.
Yep, that extra key that chat is alluding to was indeed on the ether tablet. And Sid is indeed shieldless. What was that first shield? I didn't see it.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to set up the hammer Yump.
Yeah, definitely not as cut and dry as the Ice Palace bomb jump. Oh no!
He's gonna waste the key on going in. Oh, that means he's gonna have to dip. Unless he gets one here, he's gonna have to dip out in order to finish.
It could be. We still do not know the location of pod key number 6. As Mentos picks up the last of the T-Rock keys. He's going in a Hera?
Yeah, he's got that key to the basement, so he's gonna take a look.
Oh, he's gonna take his coffee break. Small key to Skullwoods from the big chest. Oh. "100 minutes have now elapsed. And Sid is gonna go for ice. He won't find anything of value. I think Sid did the coffee break earlier.
Yeah, he did. He's already made this check.
Map of T-Rock.
Yeah, so what we're waiting on is Mentosman to go and finish off Trinex, and Sydarial needs to go to Hammer Pegs, grab the Desert Palace big key, and then find another small key to Dark Palace.
I'm hoping that the fact that he found the powder will put the bat into his mind and send him over towards the Hammer Pegs, because he might have completely forgotten about that location.
Yeah, it's very possible, having done
Mentos
Purple
with
Chest.
the dead rocks. I hate dead rocks. I mean, chain chomps are up there, but I really hate dead rocks.
Oh, they're the worst. The true villain of Link to the Past.
Sid now in my first least favorite room in the game. Moving floor, spikes. I just get horrible visions of the Mothula fight whenever I do this room. Yeah, since we're in no mode, also, the pedestal is dead, even though we have no idea what's there.
Yeah, Sid got that Ice Palace bomb jump real quick. That's going to save him a lot of time compared to Mentos Man.
As Sid picks up Baby's first shield. And really, was that the first shield the entire game in Ice Palace?
So far, yeah.
Mentos has three. Wait, Mentos has 3 T-Rock keys, not 4. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is only Mentos Man's second dip into Turtle Rock.
And he went to the island to open that chest, so he will not buy that info. Nope, never mind. Tracker realized. Oh, wait, no, he's got all 4. I'm going to just...
Oh, okay.
Almost gave me a bit of a heart attack there. We have to do another T-Rock dip.
Yeah, no worries. Another big shout out to Walter for doing the tracking on this race, doing an excellent job all race long, keeping up with the keys and items they've been finding all over the place.
Definitely, though, he almost gave me a heart attack there. I think he might have just turned that down to 3, noting I would watch it and just react that way. Who knows? I think our entire commentary and tracking trio has worked together before as well. I know I've worked with each of you before. I don't know if all 3 of us have been together on the same race. You start doing so many, the seeds start blending together.
Absolutely, there's so much Keysanity going on. It's just been wonderful.
The daily series last weekend had an open mode race, and I found myself in running that open mode thinking I was in Keysanity because there's been so much Keysanity going on. My brain just did not switch the logic back.
Just
like, why am I fighting so many vanilla dungeon items?
Yeah, and go ahead and give these 2 runners both a follow. Great job handling this seed. It's been throwing them all over the place.
It's been thrown a few red herrings today, that's for sure. Also, Sid has not checked Sick Kids, so that maybe could also route him after this towards the village, towards the location of his go mode.
Yeah, very true. There are three things there he can check thanks to the items.
Since he doesn't have bubbles, he had to fire out of there using one of the 2 green goos that the bottles contained today. Some nice cornering. And I'm getting this odd sense of deja vu, like I saw a Cold Stare and Trinex fight side by side just a moment ago.
Yeah, he's got 2 crystals, or 2 pendants rather. Sydarial does, so there's also the possibility of pedals to check. He may be wondering if now with 2 in hand.
And Mentos is about to pick up his second, but
it could be sending him over to Kakariko. There's just a lot there he can get off his mind.
both runners in their Trinex fight, the ice head did put a little damage onto the field.
And with mentosman, 6 pod keys.
Big key to Dark Palace. There was.
There it was, and with all that, he's an official go mode.
Yes, Mentosman has everything he needs. He can head straight over from T-Rock to Ganon's tower because he is in go mode! As Sid is looking in Spike Cave for the last armor upgrade.
Hey, not bad.
Okay. Actually, no, he can't head straight to Ganon's tower. He's got to finish up Pod. I believe Mentos only did a double for T-Rock.
There's Sid heading over to Kakariko.
Nope, he's bypassing Sick Kid entirely. He's going to go with the powder first. Oh! Sid, please.
So you're so close, Sid. Come on.
Small key to desert.
Ah, interesting.
And there's the rage.
Oh.
No, Sid, what are you doing? No!
Oh no. He's gonna. Yeah, that's the thing with Keysanity is you think sometimes maybe this is the item, this is a progression item, this is what I've been needed, but we haven't seen the right side of Desert Palace yet. So maybe silvers are back there.
Silvers would be nice. It'll make Ganon a lot easier.
Yeah, though with Mentosman heading into the basement of Pod, maybe it may be too much of a lead for Sydarial to overcome.
Only thing that's going to come nice out of Sydarial checking this right side of the desert is we'll know a bit more of where everything is in the seed.
Like where that big 20 was.
Yes, a very important big 20. Just like that one. Oh.
So we got 40s on the right side of desert.
only thing you really hope for in this situation is you don't start having to go and retrace all your steps. As Mentos takes out Helmasaur King, we'll see what he has for us.
Just a kitty burrito. And Sydarial's actually giving us our first look into Pyramid. Nobody's headed over there yet, I believe. Ooh, key.
It's a small key. Oh, this was the key to Unknown that we saw earlier.
Oh,
it was
Dark
a
Palace.
pod key.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when Mentos came up, it just small key 2 and Dark Palace
that's
never showed.
So Sydarial
So,
can go
hey! He can do it now.
Yeah, you'll see him finish that up, I bet. Still going to be on the lookout for that Desert Palace big key, though.
Maybe hoping the Helpasaur King is the boss today and not just a normal Trolley Helmasaur King. But, of course, we know no help from that boss.
And mentosman scaling Death Mountain to get to Ganon's tower.
And since Mentos is going to Ganon's tower, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, there are 22 chests inside the basement of Ganon's tower. We're going to see a whopping 0 because they already have the big key. So no guesses in chat are necessary. But if you guessed 0 earlier, you were correct.
It was such an early Ganon's tower big key in the bottle blender. Was that like 12, 13?
Yeah, that was, I guess, maybe 13th item of the entire game. So 13 out of 216. But now here is the all-important question as you go up GT. Would you actually poke around the basement a little bit in hope of finding silver arrows or maybe a butter sword?
I think mentosman is going to go straight up. I believe he's pretty confident in his tempered sword strats, so he might check the 2 in Helmasaur, the one before Moldorm 2, and then the one, the very last chest of the game, but I don't expect him to do any poking around.
Yeah, the chest I like to call the inevitable conclusion.
Yeah, I think just thinking strategy, I think if you only had Master Sword up to this point, you'd probably then do the basement dive just while you're there, but with tempered, it's not too bad.
Nah, not that bad. This is one step away from the worst case Ganon fight. Thankfully, it's the better of the steps away.
Yeah, and mentosman entering Ganon's tower under 2 hours, great time. Just very good for Keysanity, which can be so trolling, and that's been wonderful. Is seeing just how good people are doing at Keysanity and how much the community has progressed in terms of logic and strategy and thinking.
Sid picks up his desert burrito and Crystal. Now he's like, okay, where do I gotta go? Fireballs and Beamos. I hate the gauntlet. But there's a lot of ways you can handle the gauntlet. If you got silver arrows, it's pretty easy. I just prefer to bombos every single route possible.
Yeah, not a bad strat. You know, it gets the job done.
It takes time, but it is the safest of all. And no half magic though. That's
yeah. Yeah, no half magic. He's gonna have to during his Ganon fight. He's gonna need Torch Glitch, and to be very careful for the rest of this. He doesn't burn unneeded magic.
And also because he passed up that bottle in the first chest of Tower of Hera, he's only got one bottle. He should probably go fill it with blue goo too.
Yeah, I'd be very interested to see if he decides to do that before the fight with Ganon. We got Sid going all the way around to do some Dark Hyrule checks.
Dark World Tour north of the North Cave. Let's see.
Yeah, gonna have our first look in there. That's pretty good.
This isn't Final Fantasy VII. We're not going to see an end boss here. You know, Northern Cave and all that. Small key. Not even. Oh. And hey, there's the shovel in the climb.
Ganon following the credo, keep your friends close, your shovels closer. Oh, Sid's going back to the key.
Yeah, I should probably grab this. GT small key. That's number 4, I think.
Okay, Mentosman's full up on hearts and magic thanks to that final room there. He's going to take it on Trolldorm 2.
He's been pretty good about opening the chests on the way up, so we will see the inevitable conclusion today, which is a vanilla compass. So there you go, 4 items checked in GT.
Getting the catfish.
You know what I would love to see? I mean, the shovel was in the top of GT. It could be the breadcrumb to Silver's.
Silver shovel.
And poor Sid doing that world tour. He gets the last pod key.
And Mentosman finishing up Ganon 2 with a triple.
Sid's just racking his brain like a billiard table right now. Just remember the original Swag Duck song. When in doubt, flute to 3.
Flute to 3, Sid. Flute to 3. Give him your energy, chat. Give him your power.
Ganon definitely being unoriginal today and not wanting to think outside of the box.
And he fluted to 3. Sid fluted to 3.
Where's he going? Where is Sid going? It looks like he's going towards a pedestal check.
Oh my god, he's going up for it.
What do you think? What do you think, chat? Come on. The only thing good here would be Silver's. Let's see what we got. Today, the pedestal has...
Whoa. 3 bombs.
Wah, 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 wah.
And the silver arrows were in Ganon's tower.
I love that. Ganon's like, did you find the silver arrows in my tower? Nope. Totally.
Nope.
So, basement. Okay. Mentos like, I got spins for days. Okay, case it's going Dark World by the village. There is hope.
Yeah, mentosman with no problem with that torch glitch.
Yeah, putting that lamp to use. And Sid's got it! Sid's gonna have it shortly.
And mentosman has it. Final slash on Ganondorf. He has won the race and he has finished in first place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 1 minute, and 50 seconds. GG Mentos.
The fresh maker takes it as Sid gets go. I don't get it, Triforce. I just don't get it. What are you saying?
And we're hoping to get Mentos in here for a quick interview. Just needs a minute to unwind after that.
Don't blame him. So while he's coming in, of course, kudos to the whole team here at Speed Gaming today, bringing you this race. Myself, Tim Lobo, here on the commentary. We have Walter IV over on the tracker, keeping us informed. And Fiesel, of course, bringing you the stream itself.
And that's going to bump mentosman's record to a 2-0. He's going to face another 2-0 next week, and Sydarial is going to bump down to 1-1. So he will face another person of equal record next week.
Yep, that is how the Swiss format of these first 5 rounds of the tournament go. Sid practicing his spins on Lanmo, getting his big key to ice. But that was totally not needed because IPBJ. And I guess we'll bring Mentos in. GG Mentos, man. Just give him a second. He's probably setting up audio things. And once his credit roll finishes, we'll see exactly how many of the 216 items he picked up in this run.
It was at that moment that I realized my mic was muted.
Ah, so GG. One thing I noticed as you were going through Swamp, we were talking about something that somebody who is new to the rando could do. Throwing a certain switch while a key is in a pot that you almost did. Were you just demonstrating the fact that, hey, this key could be drowned, or did you actually almost drown the key?
I actually almost drowned the key. I realized it right before I hit that switch.
My first rando ever, I did it. I learned from my mistake the hard way. But so, Mushroom was the fetch quest of the day.
Yeah, pretty much. I was debating if I wanted to bother with it, and I figured Flute might as well jump on it, and it turned out to be a good decision.
An interesting choice also going not checking that Ganon Tower basement. How confident were you about doing the spin strats against Ganon there at the end?
Silver list with Tempered Sword, I'm pretty confident in. I was actually practicing it before the race, which kind of gave me more reason to trust myself on it.
But outside of the things that we discussed so far, what are your takeaways from the seed as Sydarial begins his ascent, not going into the basement of GT to get those silver arrows?
My main takeaway was that I just hate Turtle Rock. When my executions seems to stumble, it's either the chain chomps or the pokies.
Yeah, you both dipped that incredibly early. Tim, we were talking about it and said, "Oh, Turtle Rock is open," and then all of a sudden you both just dove right for it. Like, oh my goodness! And there was like no safety at all going in. Both of you guys are very brave in taking that gamble.
I'm kind of glad I got pushed away by the deaths to the pokies, because if I hadn't, I might have put off Turtle Rock over some last little overworld checks at the end there.
And also, I forget which one of you it was, but how about that ultra late sick kid?
Yeah, that was probably me. That was, I kept thinking about it, like, I haven't been to Sick Kid since I got this bottle. Maybe he's got something important. And then just going every direction but his house.
Yeah, chat was clamoring for that sick kid for like half an hour to 40 minutes. Like, it could just be right there on your nose. But no. Pedestal with the explosions, so no pedestal seed today.
That seed was definitely, like, super linear, though, if you followed along with what it wanted you to do. I feel like if not for those deaths, it would have been, well, an easy sub 2 in terms of where I finished, but just if you follow the logic along, I feel like that seed was just taking you by the hand exactly where you needed to go.
Yeah, except nobody wanted to pay the Zora and said, dark rooms are fine. But once
Dark
you
rooms
both
are fine.
went up the mountain, it was just, oh my god.
The one bad thing, and why I was really glad to find that lamp at Zora eventually, was I wasn't sure if I was sequence breaking the flute or the lamp, and one of those would have been a much worse thing than the other.
Oh yeah. Getting the fact that it was the lamp said, okay, everything that I just did now is in logic, and I'm not horribly out of where I should be. Oh, interesting question here from Sasha, and I forgot about this because it was over 2 hours ago. What was with the beginning game strategy? It was very atypical.
I've kind of taken to changing up my early game routes. Most of the time, like South Shore, you're going to route in eventually anyway. And if there's something like flute or pieces of Dark World access, you get the rest of them in Kakariko. It can kind of save you some time. In this case, it cost me time because boots were chilling in Kakariko, but a lot of times I found that it kind of, at worst, it breaks even.
Okay, yeah, that gave us a little bit of headache at the beginning. It was like, oh, and they're both going different ways right at the start. Okay. Because normally at the beginning of a race, you're always looking just at one screen because everybody's pretty much doing the same thing, but not today. As Sid picks up his shovel, he's definitely not going to go to the dig spot. I didn't know what was there. I missed it when it went through on your credits. I guess I'll get it on Sid's side. But Tim, any questions you have for our winner today?
That was just a great seed to watch. I think you're spot on in analyzing that as a pretty linear seed. Turtle Rock was such an easy tease, though. You both took it very early. You only double dipped it. Sydarial triple dipped it. He went back in to get the laser bridge and then had to bounce his way back out. Actually, kind of funny to think that Turtle Rock wasn't needed until the very end to get the House of Darkness big key. So it's very interesting to see. I'm just fascinated to hear your thoughts on it.
I do think that's the first time I've gotten Turtle Rock access, half an hour in and found one item of importance in it on Trinex an hour later.
Yeah, with no fire rod, leaving the 2 on the right there, and then kind of getting it as far as you did. You got in very well. That was a wonderful chain chomp room, and then just the pokies getting you.
Oh, chat informing us the shovel was just for lunch money. So yet another red herring from this seed.
Yeah, the seed just completely locked our runners out of Thievestown, which was pretty fascinating.
And I believe both runners ending with identical item knowledge, which is somewhat of a rarity.
Yeah, Sydarial didn't go to Sick Kid though, so Sick Kid is still sick on his high roll.
Still got the coin of explosions. $164 items for the Mentos Man, as Sydarial will go spinning with Ganon.
That reminds me, shoutouts to the fairy I tried to net in Ganon's Tower just in case Silverless went wrong, who then proceeded to just fly right into me.
But I think also you were at that point either really close to or 7 hearts under max, so it wasn't a net health loss when that happened, I don't think, or at least not a significant one. Uh-oh, Sid's down 2.5 hearts. But the fire bats are gone. Sid just found out, hey, you totally should have gone into the basement and gotten some silvers. Oh yeah, you can tell Sid has also, by his spins, practiced this quite a few times. Oh no! Oh, he's close! Do not give Uncle Ganon another hug.
Very tense here, Sydarial. Just half a heart remaining. Only a few spins left.
Was kind of close to the edge there on that last one. And there it is!
He gets it. And Sydarial finishes off Ganon and finishes this race with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 34 seconds. GG.
So, with silver arrows being in Ganon's tower and the upper half being full cleared between our runners, there are 22 chests at the basement of Ganon's tower. One of them has the silver arrows. Don't bother with the guesses because we're never going to know where it was. I've just always wanted to play the chess game like that. Keysanity. It comes up so rarely. But we'll see if Sydarial wants to join us in the interview room. Because, oh, that seed. Oh, right, 23. It could have been the big chest. That's true.
Sydarial is going to opt out of an interview, but we will see if we can get a comment from him real quick.
Yeah, the main difference here, for those who might not have seen it, joined really late in this race, Hammer Pegs was the location of the Desert Palace Big Key, and Sid was stumbling through the overworld trying to find that one missed location to get it, and that really, in the end, turned out to be the decider. Hey, Mentos, you're starting the game back up. Are you going to do the GT dive for us?
That's my plan.
All right, so
let's get this silver count game going.
And once Sid gets through his credits, we'll see his item count. We're hoping maybe for something less than 164, I believe.
Yeah, so we got 22 chests.
23 with the big key, with the big
true.
chest.
23 silver arrows could be in one of them. Let's go ahead and put your guesses in chat.
I'm going to guess 13, because I always guess 13 when it's big key, so I'll guess 13.
I'll say torch.
That would be convenient. And while the hunt goes on, I'll give us a little bit of a schedule update. The next race after ours just started at 12 o'clock. That is Liminality and Error over on SG4. We have a quad set up at 1 o'clock. So starting in a little bit over on SG3, you've got Mafia Guido, Caladris, and AJ Neb 174 and Ridley Dragon. 2 o'clock, we got another quad, and we've just found a restream over for Link to the Past Rando Channel 1 for another quad. Quad at 3, another quad at 5. Then I'll be back for Math Girl is in that one, so I'm excited for that person.
Oh, awesome.
Another quad at 6. Yeah, they're pretty much all day today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a nice Saturday, and we've got a lot of action happening all over the Speed Gaming Network. If you're interested, right after this race at 1 o'clock Eastern, so in about actually 10 minutes, we've got a Final Fantasy 1 race for PSP going. And then after that is an Ori and Blind Forest race. So if you're interested in that, you can stick around to Speed Gaming 2 and get a couple races immediately. See if Mentos can find that silver arrows while we still have broadcasting time. Sydarial, his comments, he figured he was ahead until he missed that Desert Palace Big Key. Swamp Key did change his route away from it, and he forgot to go back.
And Mentos showing us a little glitch. If you have the cape, you hug the wall, you pull away, your magic does not get drained. So it's a great way to handle the tile room of Ganon's Tower.
And Sydarial also says that knowing that he was sequence breaking except for Skull Chest and Zora for 30 minutes was fun.
Oh, that Zora was such the troll today. Bob lives with a burrito. Now, fun fact also, once you've beaten the game, the fraction of items you've checked does not update anymore, so that will stay permanently locked at 4. We'll have to keep track manually. And there's the first castle tower key. Thank goodness that didn't come into play today.
There's
Big key of Thieves Town. Oh, so this... We'll know that even though we're getting breadcrumbs for thing outside of Ganon's Tower, Ganon says it's here. And Ganon wouldn't lie to you, would he?
Yeah, Ganon, not at all.
He'll never give you up, let you down, run around, or desert you either.
And just a great opportunity to just say, give these two runners both a follow. They did excellent jobs and are worthy of your follow. Give Walter 4 a follow for tracking. Another thanks and shout out to Feasel. Give him a follow for restreaming this race on Speed Gaming 2. Give JTN, my co-commentator, give him a follow for an excellent job.
Throw a follow Tim Lobo's way as well for helping out on the commentary here. It's a lot easier to do when you have two people to commentate rather than just one.
I bet. I can imagine.
Mentos coming up on the rando room for chests here. Pretty high likelihood. And I have lost count as to how many chests we've opened.
It'd be only 4, I believe. So plus Torch, so 5. Oh, that's right. That counter doesn't update. Oh, there's butter.
There's butter. Cholesterol in the seed. So we had the
like 10, I think.
2. Let's start the right half. Tile room was checked. That was 3. Bob's 4. North of Bob is 4 more. So that's 8. Rando room sends us up to 12. So next is 13. Also, show your support for Speed Gaming. If you actually throw a subscription over to Speed Gaming 3, you've got yourself Bob available in chat.
Absolutely, yeah, and support Speed Gaming, the entire network. Throw some donations, help keep the lights running.
In fact, there he is. So my 13 is completely out. Well, there's battle number 3, Mentos' second, only because he skipped one that he saw in bottom of Tower of Hera and half magic. So, basement loaded today.
Gonna get a check on the big chest.
And Sydarial with the 170 out of 216.
So we conclude these are somewhere on the right side, the Dark Magician room. But I'm out of keys.
Oh,
okay.
That's true. So, and we are out of time.
So we have the knowledge. We're out of time. So, if you guessed a large number, there's a high likelihood you were correct. So, on behalf of the team, I think we've had enough out of this seed. Go watch another race that starts in a couple minutes. And for the team, I'll leave you with the last word, Tim.
Thanks for everyone for tuning in. Stick around for more Keysanity today and all month long. And hey, have a great Saturday.